Welcome everyone. After a long gap, I am again with you with a new topic. As we were studying the second chapter in biology of class 10th, that is the control and coordination. Today, the remaining topic will be I will try to cover. As you know, previously we studied in this chapter about the forebrain, that is the prosencephalon. The midbrain, hindbrain and spinal cord. These are the part of CNS, means central nervous system. Hope you people are recharged, refreshed and will pay attention on the study. Listen the lecture carefully. Okay, let's begin the topic. Dear students, let's start with the midbrain. Midbrain. This is also called as meson, technically mesencephalon. Okay, it lies between midbrain and hindbrain. Okay, and it is generally not visible. It has two parts, and two parts are, one is in the form of two fiber tract called and those fiber tracts are called crura, C-R-U-R-A, cerebri. Okay. This crura cerebri connects the forebrain to hindbrain. Okay, two fibers. The midbrain also have a fluid-filled canal that is called the cerebral aqueduct. That is called cerebral aqueduct. Okay. Second part of the midbrain is in the form of two swellings on each side. Two swellings on each side, and what they called? They called superior colliculus and inferior colliculus. Superior and inferior, that means the swellings, that is bigger one, and at upper side, that is called the superior colliculus, and the swelling that is smaller and lower side, that is called inferior. Do you know, if we think about their shape, then in this way they are generally. See the diagram? Fissure. As I said, fissure, previous lectures. So these are the depressions. Okay. So these are fissures. So you can say these are the superior colliculi, and these two will be the inferior. What is inferior? Okay. Now see, what is the function? What the midbrain do? So midbrain is the responsible for the movement of head, neck, and trunk for auditory and sight reflexes. Okay, what? Midbrain is controls the movement of the head, neck and trunk to the auditory, means sight, auditory and sight reflexes. Sight reflex. Okay, means the superior colliculi. Colliculi is the plural number, colliculus will be the singular number. Superior colliculi controls the sight reflex and the inferior colliculi controls the auditory reflexes. Okay. Second thing, midbrain is control the movement of eye muscles. Eye muscles means change in size of pupil and eye lens. So these are the functions which the midbrain controls. Okay. Now let's take the another topic. I hope you people are understand. Now the hindbrain. What is the other name of hindbrain? That is the rhomben. What? Rhombencephalon. Spelling R-H-O-M-B. Rhomben. Cephalon. Okay? Rhombencephalon. Dear students, the hindbrain consists of 3 parts. Do you know? Hindbrain consists of 3 parts. What are those parts? One is the cerebellum. Second is the pons. And third is the medulla oblongata. These are the 3 parts of hindbrain. Okay. Cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain. Then what is the largest part of the brain? That is the cerebrum, the part of forebrain. And cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain and it comprises about 12.5% of the brain. And it has 3 parts. What 3 parts? Means 2 cerebellar hemispheres, 2 hemispheres and 1 central vermis. 3 parts. Okay. 2 cerebral cerebellar hemispheres and 1 central vermis. Okay. What it do? The cerebellum controls the posture, equilibrium and muscle tone. What it do? Cerebellum controls posture, equilibrium and muscle tone. Do you know, whenever you ride on the bicycle, initially you learn how to ride, like when to press the pedal, how to press the pedal, how to see the front, how to apply the brakes. And once you learn how to ride on bicycle, it will become easy and you will not pay attention. That is, when you are pressing the pedal, when you are ringing the bell, when you are applying the brake, it depends on the situation what coming in front of you on the road. Okay. So such type of coordination is bring in the body by this part of the brain. Okay. Like the picking up this chalk or pen. This is controlled by the cerebellum part. Okay. So this. Now the pons. What pons do? Pons control some aspects of respiration. Some aspects of respiration. It is very small part. It controls some aspects of respiration. Okay. And this medulla oblongata is very important part because it controls heartbeat, breathing movements, contraction, and relaxation, expansion, relaxation of blood vessels and control coughing, sneezing, vomiting, etc. This question has asked many times that which part of the brain controls the vomiting. Okay, so you see here medulla oblongata, that is the part of hind brain that controls the coughing, sneezing, vomiting, etc. Okay, you see these all activities are involuntary. Okay, you can't sneeze when you want to sneeze. Okay, so it is an involuntary. While in case of cerebellum, the activities are voluntary. When you want to ride on bicycle, you will start to ride. Then how to control? That is in coordination. When to apply the brakes and when to apply the pedal, when to turn the handle, that is in coordination. Okay. So now see these two parts, the midbrain and hindbrain. Midbrain has two parts. First part consists two fiber tracts that joins the forebrain to hindbrain. Okay, and that is called the crura cerebri. Second part of the midbrain is called corpora quadrigemina. that has the 4 swellings, 2 superior swellings and 2 inferior swellings. 2 superior swellings are called superior colliculi and 2 smaller lower side swellings are called inferior colliculi. The superior colliculi controls the sight reflexes, visual reflexes, while the inferior colliculi controls the auditory reflexes. Midbrain controls the movement of head, neck and trunk reflexes, and it controls the eye muscles that control the size of pupil as well as the eye lens. Okay, this hindbrain having 3 parts: cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. This cerebellum has 3 parts: 2 cerebellar hemisphere and 1 central vermis. This controls the equilibrium, posture and muscle tone of the body. Okay, this pons controls some aspects of respiration, and medulla oblongata, this controls the heartbeat, breathing, movements, contraction and relaxation of blood vessels, that controls the blood pressure, and it also controls the coughing, sneezing, vomiting, etc. Okay. Now many times the student got confused between the cerebrum and cerebellum. I know most of you are understanding, but still there are many students who are not understanding. So my suggestion for them is to see the video carefully, read the book, whatever you are having at your home. Okay, let's compare between the cerebrum and cerebellum. Okay, comparison. Between cerebrum and cerebellum. Okay, let's take pointers. Cerebrum make the front part of the brain. Front part of the brain. Okay, this cerebellum make the hind part, posterior. Okay, hind means posterior only, posterior part of the brain. See here, front part, ventral part and superior part, means this upper part, this front part and these side parts. This is made by the cerebrum. Hind part means posterior part, this one is made by the hind brain. Okay. Second thing is it has fluid filled cavities too. It has fluid filled cavities. Fluid filled cavities. And here cavities nearly absent, means there is no cavity. Okay. Third point you can take, what? It is the seat, means site of intelligence. Intelligence means learning, speech, like what we have to speak. that is controlled by the forebrain. Hindbrain, this controls the muscular activity. Next point, it is the largest part. And it is the second largest part, not the smallest. Second largest part of the brain. Okay, you can revise it. Cerebrum is the front part of the brain. It makes the front part, ventral part and superior part of the brain. Hindbrain makes the posterior part of the brain. Second, it has fluid-filled cavities. It don't have the cavity. Next is, it is the seat of intelligence, learning, speech, thinking, etc. Why? This controls the muscular activity. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, while cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain. Students, in today's video, this is enough I think, because many of you are saying please prepare shorter video. Okay, because you got bored. It is education, everyone got bored. Okay, so revise this topic, see this video again and again, and if you find something to learn, if you are able to understand, then please subscribe, like, share, and if you want, you can make any communication by making comments. Okay, till then, stay home, remain safe. Thank you very much.